Going to get some vulture food. 100 pounds of chicken legs. Take the Daisy with me. And some stuff for the tortoises. I'm getting a Mexican lunch. Let's just kick it, you know what I'm saying? The starter's about ready to go in this thing. This thing's going to auction the 13th. This thing's, I mean, I've used it. I mean, I do drive it. My truck's in Hilton Head. You know, actually, I'm staying home a lot more, thankfully. I got a lot of shit to do. I'm more organized, working out, instead of driving all over like a fucking lunatic. Where's the big anthill I gotta take out? Just be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? You know, this creek's only like 3 miles long, but you see, they've had some tough time. See this thing washing out. These guys around here, you know, these broke counties, they don't really understand what you got to do to fix it right. That's the same one that bridge goes over on the property right there, right here too. But you know, there's engineering that goes into this, but it's interesting, the water that flows in that being so short. It's just, you know, a lot of like little tiny streams, and when a good rain comes. And I told Daisy, you want to rock with me? And she said, yeah, I want to rock with you, Dad. She wants over here. I know, hold on, I do it. Come on. Come on. Come on, go ahead, you can do it. Go on, jump. Atta girl. Good girl. That's right, go ahead. Go ahead. Good girl. Good girl. Dad pushed a button. Dad pushed a button. Yeah. There you go. There you go. See, now actually she could fall out of here. So I don't let her do that going down the highway with the window open. I put it up about there. You know, my neighbor had that happen. Dog fell out. Wife just died. Dog fell out. He ran over it and killed it. God damn. Talk about a bad day. So we'll be kicking it, going over to Washington, Wilkes County. That's considered like a more desirable county. A lot more hardwoods. It's a little town, you know, mansions, that kind of thing. I don't give a shit about it. I mean, I'd rather live here, but it is kind of cute to visit. This is hunting camps. These things, just like everywhere I've lived in the rural areas before, are slowly going by the wayside. Because the property is going up in value. People want to build houses, own 50 acres, 100 acres, that kind of thing. This guy died here about 6 months ago. I'm waiting for that to go up to sale. You know, we want to buy these places out of stupidity, really. I mean, it is a good investment. We don't really want to be landlords, but we don't want like bozos living next door that play music all along. This guy's a successful black guy here, and his brother actually is from here and is a retired anesthesiologist. This is the second home of his right here. This is you know, a typical kind of place, kind of like ours. It's been clear cut. Somebody put a hunting blind out there, and I see they put some siding on the side. I bet it was from that crazy west sun, so they don't get broiled. So that's what happens, clear cut. It takes forever for it to come back. I'm not sure of it, but I think that like Michigan, even when you clear cut, there's certain stuff that you have to do, like leave some trees. And I know it's hardwoods in Michigan. interesting around here. It's so different from where I came from. You know, like yesterday going down to Dublin, and it was, I just love these trips. I should have taken my camera. I got my workout done already today. Boy, I'll tell you, I noticed getting older with heavy weights, legs or like upper body. Man, it just tires my ass out right away. I mean, no shit, after like 45 minutes of that, I am fucking tired. And it doesn't seem like that big a deal as I'm lifting it. Oh, road closed through traffic. I don't think that's true. I'm gonna test the waters here. I could go the other way, but it's way the hell out of the way, and I hate going that way. I think it's closed during the week, unless they've taken out a bridge, which I don't think so. See, they restriped it. This is nice. Hell yeah. White-tailed deer. Deer season's about ready to end. I'm not sure when. We're gonna get, as I mentioned, 2 weeks of super cold. And I'm gonna get extra food for everything. I looked at starting a feed company, but there's no money in it. There's a lot of shit I'd like to do, but I'm not doing. Unless I really super enjoy it, I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to deal with customers and not make money. I don't mind putting up with it if there's good money, but even this, I'm not doing this tree farm to sell shit. I'm doing it to increase the value of the property. And that way, whoever bought it when the time comes, can clear cut it or whatever, and you know, there'll be a bunch more money there. Hey, this is really nice. Good job. You know, it's so damn expensive to make new roads. Probably federal money. This county doesn't have too much money. My sole intention is to just fuck off until it's tits up. Hi, Daisy. Go ahead, hon. Want to get over there, honey? It's too windy for you? Take your time, hon. Take your time, honey. Atta girl. Oh, you want to get down there? Take your time, hon. She wants to get back. She doesn't like the sun hitting on her. Atta girl. Go, girl. Take your time, hon. Yeah, this is not closed. That's why when you see trees cut down here, it's not really that big a deal, because that was the plan from day one. Sustainable trees for lumber, paper. You just have fun, huh? You lay down there, huh? Yeah, this is nice. Good job, everybody. Sandy Cross Road, beautiful little church up here. I love churches, even though I'm not religious. I love the historical, cultural relevance to them, whether you believe in it or whether you don't. These beautiful oak trees. Love these oak trees. It's a gorgeous little church. One across the street, too. Love it. Love this beautiful little church. Look at the beautiful trees. You know, I didn't do that astrophotography. I never did it with those cameras. I'm so far behind the learning curve. I gotta take some time, read that stuff. thing. There's a guy down here. He's always out here fucking around in the road. So here's clear cutting. I mean, it may be sustainable and necessary, but it still looks like shit. I'd be dead by the time this shit grew back. Dead. Look at this guy's cool car. This truck, old Lincoln. Just kicking it, know what I'm saying? Power company cleaned out some trees. You know, a lot of reason for these trees getting cleaned out places is these federal laws that fine these power companies crazy amounts of money for every day without power. And before that, they didn't care. When they got there, they got there. Well, you know, there's two sides of that. People bitch that the trees are being cleared on these easements, and but the power companies aren't getting fined. They didn't really take full authority of the easements all these years until it started hitting them in the pocketbook. People had a fit. They sued different places, and they don't go anywhere. You know, out here nobody really cares that much, but if you lived in a nice neighborhood in Ann Arbor or something, you had 100-year-old trees, and all of a sudden your street was bare, it would piss you off. But just because you're pissed off doesn't mean you can sue, and more importantly, collect damages. All right, Days, we've got a lot of wet lands over here. You know, I said before in this van, as you get off on the shoulder, it seems like it wants to just take you into the woods deeper. Big, heavy front end. Live down in Georgia, turn your water, let it drip. It's going to be cold for a while. Especially, I think the wind's coming from the northwest. I'll have to check. But wherever you've got a wall facing where the wind's coming from, leave those doors open under a vanity. Because you can still have, like, it gets really cold under there. You leave those doors open, you'll have the heat from the house. Well, what's the temperature here today? 59. There are some Mexicans that live up here on the right. It's kind of cute how they have their house decorated. It was kind of like that in Detroit, boy. They really saved a lot of areas in Detroit. Fixed up their homes, put a fence around it so the kids can play. Right here. Got a lot of little bird feeders and stuff. Good for them. I like these old houses with the aluminum awnings. I tell you, they're effective. Keep it cooler. Sounds good when the rain hitting off them. Winter wheat. I might buy a couple briskets today to smoke for people. I don't know if I want to. It's going to be cold out though. Believe it or not, when you're smoking outside and it's cold, of course I'm usually in the daytime, there's a big difference in heating that cooking chamber between 45 and when it's 85. You go through a lot more wood. This reminds me out west. Looks like it up here. Some 4x4s, 2x4s. The guy running a little smoking place. There's a party store up here, but it's kind of like the hood. And they don't look like they're open. I didn't realize they weren't open on Sundays. I don't get over here on Sundays too much. Oh yeah, I guess it's open, yep. You know what I'm saying and shit. There's a weightlifting gym over here I consider, but you know, I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't really want to be going in weightlifting gyms now with all this bullshit around. That cool old barn. Just people sneezing, grabbing the handles. Look at these guys putting up signs. What the hell does that sign say? What is that? Oh, Georgia, some shit. Oh, realty. It's a dry cleaners drive-through. Yeah, it's a guy putting up real estate signs for a place. 25 is the speed limit. Look at these cool houses. Christmas spirit. First Baptist. The cops over here, they got every hit, like sneaky cop car you can imagine. Pickups like old beaters. Never know where these fuckers are hiding. Some of these places are really on this cell phone bullshit, and others could care less, like this place. You do this shit over in Greene County, they will break it off in your ass.